Hey, what's up? It's your internet best friend, Living Hero, coming back at you guys with some BorderLands 3 patches and hotfixes, October 3rd, 2019. Of course, this is posted by Noel GBX on the official Gearbox website. So let's go over the changes. The ability address a reported issue where an infinite loop could occur when hitting the Guardian rank experience ceiling. I haven't experienced that, but good thing that's being fixed. General fixes and improvements. The Hollow Point Guardian rank skill no longer damages yourself or allies. That's great. I can finally use it. I kept trying to wonder why did I keep getting damaged in certain times when I was shooting enemies, and this is the reason why. Hollow Point Guardian rank skill has been re-enabled. Address the reported issue where some players were unable to unlock the Ultimate Vault Hunter achievement on Xbox. Address the reported issue where mouse functionality may have been lost when hot joining a friend's session on PC. Address the reported issue where some players' inventory would not be saved in their bank. I know that was reported a bunch of times by different people. I haven't faced that issue, but I'm glad that's being fixed, and a lot of people did experience that, and that really sucks when you lose all your level 50 legendaries or anointed legendaries that work very well with your build. All right, and then the hot fixes are, let's see, this week's hot fixes, yada 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 yada, contain player character balance changes versus player reported concerns regarding enemy behavior. Bugs, not concerns, bugs, dude. Our goal is to make sure all 3 action skills for each Vault Hunter are viable. Alright, but we've noticed some skills have been outperforming others. To encourage more build diversity, we've made some adjustments to Flak and Moze this week. Woo! I'm pretty excited about this part. I don't know, we'll see. Spoiler alert, they did not buff Iron Bear. Alright. We also looked at a few boss fights that made balance changes to make their combat more enjoyable. You guys shorten immune times or what? Finally, we went over some enemy behaviors that could have affected mission progression and adjusted some attacks that had happened to happen with more frequency. Alright, Vault Hunter adjustments. Rack attack. Alright. It's great for constant damage output, especially when paired with anointed gear. Of course, we know this. Base skills team still seems to be lacking. Rack attack now has a guaranteed status effect on any enemy that it damages. Leave no trace was returning much more ammo than intended. We've added a re-trigger delay to keep this ammo return within expectations. Barbaric Yap has an increased bonus as we didn't feel that the amount of investment had an equal payoff. All right, that's cool. In addition, we felt that Flak's pets were demanding too much attention, which was interfering with players trying to stand still for any length of time, so we disabled the ability for them to move you around. Awesome. So, TLDR, Rag Attack status effect, chance has been increased by 100%. Thank you. I love numbers. Thanks for the numbers. Leave No Trace now has a re-trigger delay of 2 seconds. Sick. Barbaric Yap stat bonus is increased by 100%. Pets no longer push around player characters. Touch pet prompt is now a lower priority and should no longer interfere with looting or vending machines. Good. All right, Moze time. Infinite grenades is not an intentional build for Moze, even though it is hilarious. To lower the power and spam of this build, a re-trigger delay has been added to grenade portion of Means of Destruction. Means of Destruction now has a re-trigger delay of 2 seconds, and that skill is for critical hits, has a chance to restock ammo and restock grenades. All right, Iron Bear buff, not there. All right, cool, thanks. As a Moze main, not too happy about this, but I understand the necessity to stop having spammy grenades. Totally okay with that. That build was not meant to do that. But where is the ultimate action skill? Where's my action skill buff? Honestly, people, let me know in the comments down below. Do you guys even use Iron Bear ever? Like, honestly, it's trivial. Like, I use it on a very rare occasion when I'm bored and I want to nuke something, then I use it. All right, miscellaneous changes. Adjusted the balance of Gigamine. Really? Katagawa Ball, Billy the Anointed. These 3 boss fights had concerns with their health and shields that made their combat loops more difficult than we intended. Gigamine had a little too much health, so that we reduced slightly. Alright guys, I'm not very good at video games, but I didn't have trouble with this at all. Gigamine had a little, alright, I remember that. Katagawa Ball will no longer regenerate its shields. We found that while players contended with the ads during the fight. That wasn't an issue for me. It would unfairly regenerate its shield, gaining the player's progress. Finally, Billy had 25% of his health removed. We agreed that the fight often dragged on needlessly, and we'll be monitoring each of these bosses and may make further adjustments in the future. Okay, cool. You know what? Not mad at all. Some people may have struggled with it. I didn't, so all good. Bloated racks no longer spawn so many rattlesnakes. This change should make the Cistern of Slaughter in particular much more fun. Adjusted cooldown values when they are displayed for Zane's skills. Amara's Glamour will now turn enemies on each other as described in the action skill. Modify the loot spawn for Sarah of Supremacy. Spider-Man Emperors occasionally wouldn't drill back out of the ground, which created a potential progression blocker for Proving Ground of Survival. We have addressed this and the issue has been addressed. Resolved an issue that we could have prevented enemies from spawning while in Devil's Razor. Lavender Crawley's physics were adjusted to prevent them from exiting the world like a popped balloon. Further safeguarded Apollo from being launched out of the world as well. The Rampager will no longer enter an idle at state at inappropriate times. Serene Slinger's attacks were addressed. What does that mean? Guardians now use all their attacks in playthrough 2. Guardian race now reliably use all of their ranged attacks. NPCs in the slaughter maps were reported to sometimes attempt to automatically revive players in the arena. Going forward, they will no longer attempt to revive players. What? That's like sucks for solo players, because like that's pretty tight, you know, to have that. But now you're a solo player and you can't do that. I guess you have to play with friends. No more being loner, I guess. Minimize the glow effect when opening iridium ammo chest. Usually see the ammo inside when opened. I didn't have that issue. Maybe it was a PC or some other issue, but I didn't have this issue. So yeah, Moze needs a buff. Zane is broken. Half the stats on Zane don't work. I'm not gonna go over that video because I'm not a Zane main, but I read some forums on Reddit that yeah, Zane is broken. So instead of like nerfing builds, let's just focus on fixing Zane, and that'd be great. But overall, I'm pretty impressed of the amount of changes and hotfixes that are coming out with Borderlands 3. And this is before, you know, their DLC drops or their time event drops, which to me means a lot. It means that they are closely paying attention to the forums, to the feedback, and to the bugs, not concerns, that are occurring in the game. And I'd like to say thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Gearbox, for doing this. I know it's not some of the adjustments I don't agree with, but I am glad I see changes are happening in a quickly manner. Yeah, that wraps up my video. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Don't forget to comment, don't forget to like the video, turn on notifications, and subscribe if you guys like this content. Yeah, and I'm live every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, sometimes Saturday and Sunday from 7 p.m. all the way until I fall asleep on stream. I've done it before. Don't judge. I work a full-time job and I get tired. All right, guys. I'll see you later. Thanks for being my best friend.